Okay. Hi all. Let's do a quick recap. So, what all things we have seen till now. So, we were discussing the Book My Source system design. That is any general movie booking system design, and we have the parent entity. That is the Book My Source service, which is nothing but let's suppose the our entire system, right? Who is going to control this entire ticket booking, finding out the theaters, seeing what all movies are actually running on that particular days, right? So this Book My Service or Book My Source service network is going to have multiple theaters, right? And that's what we have the attribute list of theaters. Okay. Theater is nothing but a real world presence of any of the theaters, right? Probably PVR or Gorda Mall, right? So that is one of the theaters. And each of the theater is going to have multiple auditoriums, right? You generally see all the theaters have multiple screens in it. Let's suppose PVR has 6 screens, 7 screens, something like that, right? So this theater is that's what going to have list of Audi. So Audi is nothing but the auditorium, which is nothing but actually a screen, right? So now then you have the auditorium or the screen entity, and you actually have the shows, right? Each Audi in each Audi there are multiple shows in it, right? Probably there are multiple movies that runs in a single Audi. Sometimes probably a Rui movie is running at some time, and 1240 some other movie is running, right? So each of the Audi can have multiple shows in it. So show is nothing but actually for what you book the ticket for, right? You book a ticket for let's suppose 1240 some XYZ movie show, right? So that particular movie is nothing but a show. Matlab that particular movie plus auditorium plus gate, this entire combination is a show for which you are actually booked the ticket, right? That's what you have this show, right? And in the show, we have the show ID and we have the list of seat, start time, end time, and the movie for which movie is actually running in that show, right? Now, that was one of the arguments why we have kept the seat as part of the show. Probably the seat should be a part of the auditorium, not so, right? Because seat is actually tied with the auditorium. But justification for this was you book actually the seats for a show, right? Each of the seats of different show, even if they are in the same auditorium, it can be have different prices, right? And you actually book the tickets for a particular show. You book the seats of a show. You don't book a seat of a auditorium or a screen, right? You never know in which screen you are going to book the tickets, right? You just go ahead and select, yeah, I just want to book XYZ movie at 1240 at PBR this, and you finally get a ticket. Let's suppose your auditorium number is 6 or the screen number is 6, right? So what you actually do, you actually book the show, right? You book the seats for that particular show, right? That's what we have kept the seats as part of the show itself, right? And the seat in the simple terms, this has the row ID and the column ID, right? The simple concept A1, A2, A3, and so on. We have the row ID and the column ID. And then you have the Boolean variable, which is identifying whether the seat is available or not, right? And then you have the seat class, which is nothing but probably the gold, enum, gold, silver, platinum, and so on, right? And you have the price with it. One of the different behaviors what we can have, rather than keeping the price as part of the seat, we can have some different thing where we can have the show ID. We are extracting out the show, we are extracting out the seat class, and we are extracting out the price. So the ideation behind this is all the seats in the gold class for a particular show is going to have the same price, right? That's what, and each of the show is only going to have two or three different prices. It's not like each and every seat is going to have some different prices. That's what we can take this particular thing where we have the seat class, where we have the price, and we have the show ID extracted out. Or if you want more flexibility, the price should be kept as part of the seat. Both the ways are fine, but probably the more encouraged will be keeping the price as part of the seat. Same way you have the movie, right? Movie entity, which is nothing but going to have the attributes like the movie name, runtime, genre, uh, what kind of language that movie is, what is the runtime duration of that movie, right? So probably uh, runtime duration, okay. And we have seen the booking class, right, which is nothing but the booking reference number. for which so exactly you are booking the how many seats you are exactly booking for that particular booking, right? How many seats you are booking in that? What is the final amount that you need to pay? What is the booking status currently, whether it is confirmed, whether it is pending, it is payment awaited, something like this, right? And you have this transaction information. So transaction information is nothing but related to payment and all other payment related activities. So transaction is going to have, let's suppose, transaction. So transaction reference number is nothing but probably we can directly have the payment information as part of this booking, or we can keep the transaction as a separate entity and there we can have the payment information. Transaction in this case is very much similar to this booking reference itself, right? So probably we can get rid of this transaction and only keep the payment object as part of this booking. Both the ways are fine. If you need to put some different kind of entity or if you have some different processing, probably it can be kept here, or probably only this payment information can be directly put there. And after that, we discussed all the contract methods. We have the get all the theaters in the city, right? So first of all, whenever you go to that book my source site, right? You ask me what all theaters are available in my city, right? So for that, you are going to have an API contract method. Then you want, hey, which show is exactly running, right, on that particular day. So that's what you are going to have this get all movies, right? Which will take the parameter of the city, for which city you are actually going to get fetch the movie, and date, for which exact date you want that movie. If you want the more flexibility, probably this parameter can be replaced to list of date. Sometimes it can happen you can fetch all the movies running from, let's suppose, in this entire week rather than a single date. You can fetch for the entire week in a single time. So probably this parameter can be more optimized to a list of date. Same way, if we talk about the theater, we have the get all shows, right? For a particular theater, sometimes you are so keen, hey, that I want to book the shows available in the, let's suppose, PVR, some Garuda Mall only, right? So you are so keen in booking from that theater only. So in that case, you want all the shows running in that particular theater, right? So you have the get all shows method, theater, right? Theater ID, and for which exact date you want all the shows, right? Hey, 25th, I want to book the any of the shows in that particular theater, right? So this will give you the list of all the shows running in that particular theater. Same way, get all shows for movie, right? So in this particular case, it will give you all the shows for that particular movie, right? So whenever you want to fetch, let's suppose hey, you have selected some particular movie and you want to see all the shows for that particular movie. So it will list, right? The PVR Garuda Mall has 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So let's suppose Inox, some other have, let's suppose, 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock too, right? So you need all the shows for a particular movie in a theater, right? So that's what you have a get all shows for a movie, which is going to receive a movie ID, date for which you are exactly referring here, and for which theater exactly you want to fetch all the movies, right? And then probably you can have so these all contact methods are going to give you the list of shows, okay? And there are some for the admin where you have the add and remove or the update address, add show, update show, right? Okay, cool. Now let's talk about the requirements, whether we have covered all the requirements or not. If you see, we can see list of theaters, right, which can be served by get all theaters in the city. You can see all the available movies, which can be served by get all movies, right? Select and confirm seat. So select and confirm seat can happen. You have the source, right? And for so you have the booking, which is going to have multiple seats, right? So you can create a booking object. You can block some of the seats in that, right? So, and that will intermittently will give you the facility of selecting the seat, deselecting the seat. That is more towards the how you implement that particular stuff on the UI. And after you initiate a booking, right? You initiate the checkout. So for that particular time period, you just block that seat. Let's suppose for 5-minute duration, 10-minute duration. So that can be achieved with this booking, where you are going to have this booking ID, right? Probably you can have the transaction timestamp, and based upon the transaction timestamp and the expiry time, probably if the expiry times goes off and the transaction is not yet confirmed, you are just going to unblock that seat. So that can be implemented with this. Theaters can have multiple audience. Yes, definitely. We have the theaters, right? And the theaters are going to have this multiple auditoriums, right? Add, modify, delete the show for a movie, right? So probably you can have, let's come to the show class. Show, right? Show, right? Yeah. So you have the source. So probably Audi is going to have so you have the ad show update, so which is going to be updated by the admin users only, right? And this admin is different from the Book My Show admin. This is theater admin because each of the theaters is going to have its own admin, which is going to add add shows, update so, delete so, right? And the Book My Show admin is going to add the theaters, probably onboard new theaters, or directly uh, remove some theaters from its listing, right? So both these admins have different access level, and both these admins have a different privilege, and both admins are different, right? So that's what here we have kept the admin, and here we have kept the theater admin. Okay. Here we are not implementing that users consent, but if we require the users to be implemented, we can add that particular functionality as well. Same way, add and modify theaters. We have this add theater, remove theater, which is nothing but the modified theater, right? And which is going to be implemented by this admin users. So now, some probable extension asks, the interviewer might ask in this particular case, right? Hey, list down all the APIs. So you need to be very clearly able to choose your APIs and its parameter, so that at least you're sufficing the need, right? You're fulfilling all the needs. Get all theaters, right? Get all movies is going to have a date parameter as well, right? If you miss this date parameter, and these are the parameters which can often get missed, because date is not a very intuitive parameter, but you need to think clearly, does, without this date, is it going to suffice my need, how it is going to fulfill my need, right? So that you need to validate. So choose all the APIs wisely. Okay, choose all the parameters wisely in that API, right? So probably the interviewer might ask you to list down all the APIs. There are some additions that the interviewer might ask, right? Probably here we are not implementing the user, right? Probably he can ask you, hey, can you just implement the user as well, how the user entity will look like? So probably in that case, you can modify it to have, let's suppose, user, right? Which is nothing but a abstract class, right? Because you are going to have multiple types of user, right? Different types of user. That's what we are keeping it as a abstract class user, right? And then you are going to have the BMS admin, right? Which is going to extend from this user. And or probably we can modify it further. We can have system probably the system user. So then we can have system user, right? And then it can Book My Show admin, and then you are going to have the theater admin, which is going to extend this system user. So users are nothing but each system user is a user, right? User can be of different types. System user is nothing but who is have some information related to the system, which is a part of system. Let's suppose the either the Book My Show admin or the theater admin or some maintenance guy or something like this, right? So those I'm assigning to the system user, and same way, Book My Show admin and the theater admin is going to extend from the system user. They can have associated properties with it, and based upon that, we can control the authorization or the access level mechanism here, right? Now, next set of probability that they might ask you, and this is one of the very interesting things to have, because this entire system that we have designed is highly coupled with the movie, right? Even our system name is BMS service. This is a Book My Show service, right? Which is here it is, and the LLD is movie booking system LLD, right? Which is highly tied with movie booking system. Now let's suppose interviewer asks you, okay, hey, now you want to run probably the comedy shows as well. How you are going to support that particular stuff, right? What all changes you require? So in this particular case, what all changes you require? List of theaters, right? probably the comedy show is not going to be run in theaters, right? Probably it will be run in, let's suppose, some comedy clubhouse, right? And probably it can be run on some open air amphitheater or something like that, right? So instead of this list of theater, what you can have list of event place, list of event place, right? And then theaters, theaters is going to extend from this event place, right? It is a relationship. Each theater is a event place, right? Auditorium is a event place. Open air amphitheater is a event place, right? So that's what probably different types of places can extend from these event places. And as you have this generic implementation, it can very well suffice this need, right? Because now you can have multiple different types of things here. Now, instead of this movie, right? Probably you can have some generic classification, right? Here you have movie, then you can replace it with event, right? So in this case, movie can be replaced with event, right? Sorry, movie can be replaced with event. Theaters can be replaced with event place, right? Same way, wherever you are highly coupling it, list of auditoriums, probably this can also be a part of the event, right? Event can have multiple sections. So rather than saying it as an audi, we can call it as the sections or the groups or something like that, right? So this change of requirement is nothing but to judge you how well you can think diverse, right? Whenever someone throws you in the some open question, right? Open challenges, how well you can tackle those challenges, that is observed there, right? कि जब भी कुछ नया requirement आता है तो how well you can clearly able to articulate those extra requirement and how you can change your design based upon that, right? So that is the interview there is looking out for, right? So probably you need to suggest these kind of changes, and these are things you can do even while implementing, right? Probably you can start the implementation with this, because this is more we have gone through the solid design principle, right? So there, what are the principle we have seen? Dependency inversion, right? D. So there we were talking in terms of the generics. Matlab, we were taking the more instead of this computer, instead of this probably old PC, we were taking the computer class, right? Okay, let's not dive there in the solid. So probably it's always good to have the superclass object, right? And then at the runtime, you can assign the child class object, right? So every theater is an event place, right? So probably you can keep the event place, whether it is a theater, whether it is an open theater, it can be supported very well with the same thing, right? So that's what probably to handle those requirements, you can change it like this. Okay, cool. ठीक है.